Hey guys, Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at something I bought last year after a nice healthy run with my previous hiking shoes, and I went and I bought a pair of these Danner uh, hiking boots. These are the Mountain Lite 2s. I bought them in real early March last year, and I am going to kind of take the laces out. I'm going to give them a good old fashioned polishing. I've got the Danner, the boot dressing. It's the brown. This is like a really dark brown, not like a traditional robust brown. It's more of like a dark chocolate sort of brown. So I got the boot dressing right from Danner. I've got a boot conditioner as well. Helps keep the leather soft and prevents cracking. I'll show you why I bought that in a moment. And then that comes, the recommendation with this is about 24 hours. Wipe away excess, buff with soft dry cloth, dry overnight. So I'll be applying the waterproofing boot care tomorrow after this has cured overnight. So polish, give them a little bit of love. I've really enjoyed these boots. March, I got them in March, right? So it was just the beginning of money season. It was just the beginning of hiking season around here, Western New York. And they are a little on the heavier side compared to, say, my old hiking boots that I got from Keen were. But I really do think that these are going to have a longer than 7-year life that my Keens did. They held up well, and then over the winter this year, we're just leaving our winter. These were pretty much my daily drivers when it comes to kind of out and about, and they do. You put your foot in, and these things just fall right on. They just fall right onto your foot and your ankles, and they're super comfortable now. Oh my God. Overall, you could see the tread. The tread doesn't even look like it's a year old. It's freaking amazing. Very comfortable to walk for a long period of time in. The only thing I see, this is my left boot, is I'll see if I can kind of get in there. There's a little bit of a, kind of looks like a cut and or a crack. It's kind of why I wanted to get that that conditioner to kind of make sure. There's just a little bit of scuff here, but I'm sure that's going to come out with the polish. And I've seen other people's videos where they'll use their other foot to kind of slide it off, the boot off, and it wears down on the heel. So I've actually tried to not do that to these shoes. So they've held up pretty nicely. The insides are the same. The inserts are here. There's no biggie. They're actually quite comfortable. They came as a pair inside of the boot box when I bought them new. So these are pretty cool. I'm going to take those out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the laces out, and I've got my shoe shining kit, my leather shining kit here with all the different brushes and the buffing cloths and stuff like that. I'm going to take the shoelaces out. I'm going to give it a little wipe down with a damp cloth just to get any extra sort of dirt that's on the leather away, and then I'll start with the reconditioning. All right. I'm going to take my my brushes and kind of give them a nice buffing, and then I'll hit my little my polishing cloth. Sometimes I find it's actually easier to lace the boots up, put them on, and buff them out. They're anchored to your foot. They're a little bit easier. I routinely don't kind of buff my shoes when they're kind of sitting on a box in front of a camera. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. That application wasn't that terrible. Obviously, there's a little bit extra left on the boots, so I'm gonna just take my brushes and give them a little. Oh yeah. I always loved shining my shoes and seeing that leather just pop again. Seriously, wow, this is awesome. Just working it in. That leather has that shine to it again. It's almost like it's saying thank you. And my brother-in-law and I were talking about that last weekend when I went home. That age and the history that you have with any leather goods. I have leather clogs that I wear to work. That's not stuff that you can buy in a store, an off the shelf. That look, that age, and that history that you have with your items, the care that you put into it. And actually, I didn't really need to even use this little guy, but I'm gonna just around the where the laces go in, just get all of the little excess junk off, get it ready for buffing. You can already see how freaking beautiful the boot looks. Oh my god, seriously, look at those things. Let me get this guy. And it's not really a review style video. It's definitely not a tutorial. I'm sure there's way better people that work with leather than I am. But even it's just a little, testimonial how even somebody with my limited leather working skills can, give a little TLC to their stuff, make it last a little bit longer, get more than your money's worth out of it, and enjoy your stuff for years to come. I think a lot of us went into buying these Danners because they're reconditionable. So this is something that I want to have for 15, 16, 20 years. It really is. So it starts from year one, maybe even starts from 6 months. Get your stuff, get it in good shape, keep it in good shape, spend a little TLC, and get it done. And I can see right here, my toe's a little on the rougher side, so I'm gonna go back over maybe another dab of the conditioner, and that'll be that. I'm super pleased with how nice they look already. Just a little bit of elbow grease. Wow. Check them out. I know it's going to do a huge disservice to these wonderful looking boots when I put the old laces in. But like I said, the laces are in absolutely fine shape. Besides just having a couple of little notches where they went into the rivets and stuff, the laces are... Now I found after maybe a couple of months of wearing these, what did I do here? After a couple months of wearing these, I redid the laces and I fed them through this little guy here. And One, it was like a kind of a quick little shoelace pickup for me when I was putting the boots on, and just for the way my feet are, it helped hold the tongue kind of in a more neutral position, and it was a little bit more enjoyable wearing experience. And really, that's about it. From start to finish, it was the old boots, taking the laces off, take the laces off, get in there, getting the padding, get underneath, get the tongue, get those laces out there. Polishing it, kind of brushing it off, buffing it, you know what I mean? And these are ready. These are even more enjoyable than the day that I bought them. So these are the Mountain Lite 2s, the lace to fit, and these are the brown. Yeah. That's it for me, guys. I'm going to throw these back on my feet. I just buffed them off the camera. I'm going to put these on my feet, and kind of looking forward to spring and getting out there on the trails and hiking and stuff like that. I hope you found this video a little semi informative and helpful. Try not to be too long-winded. I'll try to cut down some of this time in After Effects and try to speed up the buffing and processes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But that's it. I would absolutely buy these again. Please do not let the price kind of sway you too much. It swayed me. It dragged my feet, hemming and hawing about whether I should buy these or not, or just go to Dick's and buy a pair of Merrells. I can't speak for your sort of financial situation, but these, for me, it's going to be a one-time purchase, and I'm going to keep these for as long as humanly possible. See if I can get them what do they call that? Reconditioned if need be. But like I said, after a year of hiking the trails around Western New York and wearing them as my daily driver in the winter, these have absolutely held up wonderfully. So I almost forgot to show you guys the waterproofing. Like I said, I'm going to skip the boot conditioner maybe till the end of this hiking season, kind of before the winter comes to kind of dry out the leather. I'm going to save that step for the end of the fall. But what I did was I put all the laces back on, buffed it out, and I put the waterproofing boot care on. Now it says to obviously the same as the conditioner, clean the item with a soft brush, apply the waterproofing with a spray applicator, allow 2 to 3 minutes to set, and then wipe away the excess with a cloth and dry overnight. And that's what I'll do. It's been just about a minute. I'll give it another couple of minutes here, speed it up for you. Just wiping it off.
It doesn't look like you have an app named off on your app.
And, this isn't the sort of... I'm not using these boots to, go walking through, lakes and rivers with. But we are out hiking, along a lot of the streams here around Western New York. And, creeks and looking for crayfish and stuff. So it is nice to be able to have your boots waterproof up to here if you are in around the water. You don't have to hike with wet socks or heavy boots for the rest of the day. And I didn't have any problems with waterproof abilities this winter or last hiking season when I bought these. So I was happy with their factory application of the waterproofing. So I'd like to keep that experience as close to factory as possible. And that's that. That's it. Tomorrow they'll be ready for even more use. That's it for me, guys. I really appreciate all the clicks, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video on these little Mountain Lite 2s from Danner. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.